Kamusta mga kababayan? Kayo po ay nanonood ng kauna-unahan at kaisa-isang pang-araw-araw na produksyon para sa ating mga kababayan dito sa Amerika. This is your Kababayan Today. My name is Janelle Sawyer, Kababayan in Los Angeles, where every day here on the program we try to add a little bit of Pinoy pride. Today is different because today the whole show is about Kababayan pride. I'm talking about Kababayan in comics. And that is Will Sportacio. Hello and welcome to Kababayan Today.
Hello.
Kamusta? Thank you so much for making time for us. I know you're very busy. And
no, I've been following you through the years, and so I've actually been wanting to come on your show.
Oh my gosh, what a treat this is for somebody like you following the show. Thank you to your lovely wife Jo for coordinating this interview. I guess my first question is Bishop. Tell me about the process of creating an X-Men character.
Well, first let me put it in context, because see, by that time I was in what was called the X-Men office in comics, in Marvel Comics. That was the biggest office to be in. So if you want to be a star, you have to get into that office first. So I got into that office, and at a time where the editor, Bob Harris, wanted to really expand. And a lot of his ideas were the same as our ideas, because we were young kids at the time. And so he gave us opportunities. And alam mo naman, when you're young and daring, if you're courageous enough, you take chances.
Chances, correct.
You know, any opportunity that comes by, you don't think where it might go or might not go. You just take it and see where it goes. And so he said, okay, we're starting these new books. You're going to do this one book, Uncanny. Can you create another X-Men character? And I go, and sabi niya, the only limitation is I want you to make sure he reacts, every team member of X-Men reacts to him.
Okay.
And so basically that's really where it came from.
Okay.
So I research and condense each character in the X-Men, and then I built a personality that all the other X-Men would react to, make him react to. Now, since we're on this show and we're speaking to the community, let me make it clear that yes, originally while I was developing him, and it was only 2 weeks. I mean, it's a very quick.
You had 2 weeks to develop.
It's a monthly thing.
Okay. Okay.
And actually that is the skill set. You got to be creative, but you got to be creative right away, because at the most you get 6 weeks, and so 2 weeks in, you get a problem. You can't use this character for technical or creative reasons, and you got to replace him in a couple of days.
Exactly. Okay.
So here we had about 2 weeks to create a new character before we launched the 2 new big books. And yes, originally I go, okay, this is my chance. Isingit ko ng Pilipino.
Pinoy, yes.
But then, so I figured out the character, figured out the design, and so I called up my editor, New York siya, and I was in California. And I pitched him. Okay. And sabi niya, oh sige, ayos,
pumayag siya?
Yeah.
Sa Pinoy?
No. Pinipitch ko yung character muna. Kasi you remember.
So you're not saying about ethnicity or, okay, all right.
Yeah, because gusto niya muna malalaman yung character and kung mag-fit sa X-Men. And so, right at the moment when I was going to say, oh, ito yung ending, then sabi niya, oh, we have a big following with the black community, and so can I make him?
Yes.
And so I had no problem back then to that, because again, opportunities always come around. I mean, I was in the Punisher office. We took that opportunity, and my books got on CNN because we were doing storylines that coincided what was happening economically in the country on Wall Street. And then we went to the X-Men office, and boom, X-Men just boomed. Actually, all comics just boomed.
Right.
Yeah, and then, hey, create a new character. Yes. Hey, why don't you guys start writing? Oh, sige. Why don't you guys start designing stuff? Oh, sige.
So when they said that to make the character an African-American, you got thrown off.
Yeah, I got thrown off a little bit, but not too much, because you got to think real quickly. Because naisip ko na kahit I let him have his way. Okay. He likes the character. So may opening na ako.
Right. Plus the character, I'm assuming that because of your perspective as a Filipino, may character siya na akin to Filipino traits.
Right. Well, also, there's the opportunity then, because now I already have my boss's favor,
Right.
so he'll ask me to create more.
Right.
But a couple months later, we did Image. So we left Marvel,
right.
and then I go, and now in Image, I'm my own boss. So I don't have to ask permission. And so my first book there was Wetworks.
Okay.
And I go, oh, pasok.
Pasok na. Yes.
So they're Grail,
Right.
which is the first Filipino superhero in mainstream comics.
Wow. Okay, we'll talk about that, and we'll talk about more, because this is a long process with a lot of ups and downs, right? It's very interesting, the story of Wills. As interesting, or maybe more interesting than your drawings, perhaps? Or maybe that's why the characters are interesting, because he draws from his own experience. More when we return on the show. Don't go away.